It's Sunday. I've gotten behind. It's time for an update and for me to finally process these and upload them, but let's take a look. Alright, I'm kind of doing this in a rush, although it is almost magic hour, isn't it? Nice sun on the trees. Anyway, haven't gotten to any weeding up here. Did do a little bit of harvesting off of the squash plants here. Cut back the arugula, which was going crazy again. I was going to say there's not much sign of anything on the bean plants, but I mean there's the one bean here. Hopefully you can see that. And there's a flower on the next one over. And I've got I got a plant growing here, although it's kind of yellow. I got to get that transplanted at some point. I've got some patty pans starting to grow here. I could have sworn there was one before I went on vacation that was going to be nice and juicy by the time I got back, but can't find it, so I don't know. It's looking more and more like the 8-ball squash is actually acorn squash, which would explain why it's having so much trouble growing in the summer, because it's a winter squash. Pulled a couple off of the straight neck squash, and you can see I got a couple more growing. I just got a whole clump going right here. It was kind of taking over the Swiss chard, so I cut it back a bit. Cucumber's looking really anemic right now. You can see there's one kind of back there. It just kind of got a weird hourglass shape. I don't know. That may be the end of the cucumbers for now. Nothing growing in the salad planters. Don't know what to make of that. The plumeria is still alive, and I'm guessing I've got another 4 o'clock growing down below here, a volunteer, and another one growing in that pot over there. Yeah, in fact, I can see a purple flower at the top there. Pink, purple, whatever. Yeah, that's what it's looking like over here. And in the back, I finally, this morning I started to cut this back, and then something happened, and things got all messed up. And so I just haven't had time to deal with a lot of video, but I came back out here just now and got a lot of this cut back. Unfortunately, I also cut one of the wires, but that's an easy enough fix. Just strip them and put a wire nut on there. It's not totally waterproof. These are more the waterproof connectors, closer to it anyway. I could redo all of this, and I'm kind of thinking about that. Maybe getting like a pipe or something to run along here. Just as an enclosure for all these wires, neaten it up a bit. Also be less of a chance of this crazy ice plant growing in and getting tangled in it to the point where when I go to cut it, I end up cutting the wire. Moving on to the tomatoes, and yes, I still need to remove all the shards of pot there. Let's see, there was supposed to be one growing on the, ooh, there it is, on the Genuine. It's growing very slowly, but it's growing. The Roma's not looking all that great. I got to cut off some of this brown stuff at some point. But look, we've got some brown. We've also got yellow pear. That's about the size of it. That's what these things are. They're not huge. I'm going to pick a couple more. We'll bring them in. We can enjoy them. There's a couple up there I'll leave. There's a couple over here. I'll grab the first one. That's not a bad haul. There's one that fell off and I just kind of left it there. Let's see, is it? Oh, it's gone all soft. So that's not going to be any good. Bell pepper. No, poblano. Up here, here's the bell. Tiny little one. I think there's another one. Oh, geez. It's in the back. And it's changed color. So I'm going to have to pick that pretty soon. Check it out. Celebrity tomato. Ooh, and another one back there. Let me put these down. Let's see if I can't pick this thing. There we go. Oh yeah, Mom's gonna like, well, except for that. Mom's gonna like it. We'll try and get that one before it cracks. Yeah, you can see the spoon has pretty much died. Okay, we got some flowers on the roses. Those are starting to come back, so that's a success story. Yeah, let's go take a look at the side. Ooh, look at the bougainvillea. It is bouncing back. Let's see if we can get a nice shot of that. I'm gonna have to back up to get the whole thing in frame. That's a good problem to have. Although I can see some suckers growing up there. I really need to get to this. I have been trying to get to the garden. I haven't gotten back to the palms, but I think we're okay for the moment. I did lose a agave in another part of the garden. I'll show you in a second. I did finally get to mowing the lawn, and I'm thinking about throwing in some turf builder here to try and make up some of this, but we're going to have a period of time when we're not going to have any water here in Southern California for, well, we will have water, but we won't have it for sprinkling the lawns and such, because there's a problem with the pipe going to the Colorado River or something along those lines. Moving on, I said I was going to show you. So over here, something, I'm not sure what went wrong, but one of the agaves I planted here, I got one, I got two, but there should have been one between these two rocks. So I'm going to have to find one on another plant. It'll be small. I'll put it in there. That should take care of it. But lots to do. Other stuff going on. Big projects, or, well, medium projects, but a bunch of them. So I've been busy. That's it for this week. Let's see what next week brings. Take care of yourself. Take care of the ones around you, and may your thumb be green.